Hello everyone and welcome to Spaghettikid plays Kerbal Space Program. This is episode 4, I think. Last episode was quite long. I had lots of awkward docking procedures and I launched this, which was my space station. Now I'm just going to show you a really useful trick, which is how to convert one spaceship into another. So all I'm going to do is rename this Mun Lander 1 and then click save. So now I have my space station, but I've now got this. All this means is I can just take the top off this. Oh, no, sorry. Take the top off this and the sides off this and basically the bottom and then that and then reattach that, and then I can build my lander sort of around this. So don't want that, but I do want that. I don't want the probe body. And actually I don't really want that SAS module. I do, however, want landing legs, so I'm just going to put 4 of these. And I don't really need the battery. But instead of that, I'm going to have a smaller battery here, just because it's nice having them because they are very useful. I'm also just going to copy these and have lots of solar panels on here. Just means I get solar power. Okay, so now I'm going to go to structural and get a radial decoupler, and I only want 2 of these, and we'll attach them to the sides here. So just attach that back, I suppose. What's that doing? I don't want that. Okay, so basically all I've done is save myself the time of building all of this again. So hopefully I can build this spaceship, which should get me to the moon, or space rocket. And I'm just going to do a couple of little things, which is make a really good little lander, hopefully. Okay, so I have my module here thing, and all I'm going to do, as you can see what I'm doing, is I'm going to put 2 of these on either end. Now I'm also actually going to change a couple of things, so I don't want that attached to the moment. I want the legs and I want MechJeb, but I don't want all of that. I instead want that, because I have a big fuel tank, and also, whilst I remember, I want to have fuel things taking the fuel from this middle tank to these radial ones. Now I'm just going to reattach MechJeb. Shove it I'll shove it somewhere. Preferably centralized. Okay, so I'm going to want to put these legs back on. Oh, I've just done that annoying thing where there you go. If you've got a large bit with about 50 parts and you click it and it tries to attach it radially, because it has to copy that a billion times, it goes a bit crazy. Okay, so I've got that. I need RCS, so I'm going to put these little really kind of useful ones here and here, and there, perfectly done. So now I need actual RCS. I'm just sure that there actually. Oh, it's really annoying me. Should be there for the moment. I just can't be bothered to figure it out. Okay. Okay, I also want 2 little lights. Actually, I can put quite a few. Put 4 lights, like here. No, not there. Here. And that will basically aid in landing. You'll be able to see where I'm landing. Also, going to put... Oh, sorry, I'm going to change this a bit. I'm just going to put these 2 lights here. So they're radially attached onto these side ones. I'm also... And they'll help with landing. I also need RCS, so I'm going to remove this just so I can click this weight, and I now know I need RCS here. The only problem is that I haven't got enough space to put all of them. So now I'm going to put them here. And they'll still work perfectly fine. But now I have a problem with I need to put my landing legs somewhere. So what I could do, and I will do, is put 2 here and 2 here. Now as long as they're both in the same place, which is there, I'm just trying to line them up so they're like equal, there and there, and hopefully the RCS will then still work. I've got my fingers crossed, I'm hoping. Okay, so I've got a docking port at the top and bottom. However, I don't really need the one at the top. Just attach that back. Okay, so I've got a big space here, so I can actually put MechJeb there. I'm trying to think of what else I need. Big solar panels. I don't really need big solar panels. We've got all these. I should be fine. I'll just put a couple of other ones just so I've got a lot of solar power just in case. Because the worst thing is when you run out and then you are basically screwed because you can't have SAS without you can't have SAS without it, so it's a bit silly. Shove you in the middle. So we've got legs. The legs are awkwardly placed, but they have to be there because with the engines there, it doesn't really work if you have I'm trying to figure it all out. It doesn't work very well if you have 4 legs, so you have your legs that you can see when you can't really see, but they're both like not wonky, but instead of being 4 perfectly spaced, they're 4 but slightly to the edge, and it will still land and be perfectly fine. It's just it won't, like, you just have to fiddle around with the placement, and it's just because of RCS basically. You need to have RCS like that, so hopefully this will work fine. Okay, so we've only got 2 lights, but that should be fine. Change the docking port on the top for a concealed one. Okay, I think that should be fine. So this is our little moon lander. The only thing now is that we might need some more SAS. So actually I'm going to attach that to the bottom here because I have plenty of space. And it hardly weighs anything, so it's 0.2. I was either going to put that there or a bigger battery, but the battery weighs the same, so might as well have more SAS. Just gives us a lot more power to turn. Okay, so now we can save, and we don't need to do much. I think everything's fine. We've got the staging needs to be changed a bit though, so that wants to be there, and we want to have this there, and we don't want to have the top 2 engines decouple when they fire. So we can turn the engines on manually. So we'll have those engines, or those engines and the big one in the middle. Then we'll decouple the outside ones. Then we can manually do that, and then we can manually activate the two engines. Should be fine. Okay, so we'll save, and we'll get rid of that, and put a decoupler there instead, which should be a lot more stable. Okay. Just got to check a couple of things now. RCS perfectly fine, I think. Is it? A little bit high. A little bit low, and now there's only one of them. Okay, that should work a bit better now. Oh, we also need to move that one, don't we? Okay. So now RCS needs to be a tiny bit further down as well. You just got to try and make sure that they're lined up, because otherwise, when you're translating... Oh, what's happened there? That's weird. Okay, you... need to be 2. You also need to be 2. Okay, I'm not quite sure what happened there. RCS can also move back up a bit. Okay, make sure we reattach the bottom. Okay, and that should be fine. And just quickly check that the engines are all allocated as Rockamax and the jet. Yep. So we'll save and launch. And this will be in next episode, because otherwise it'll be about a year-long episode. So thank you for watching, and in the next episode we'll be launching this spaceship. So hope you see you then. Goodbye.